So Christu, yes, I call him Christu cause he doesn't like it when I call him Nolu, is about to release his film Oppenheimer, and no, I can't keep calm. I know Barbie is probably gonna give a tough competition, but what's the harm in watching both?
मैं इतने पैसे कहाँ से लाऊं?
I think Christo is one of the few directors in the world जिसके नाम पे टिकट बिकता है. People don't care कि actor कौन है. Like till date I have no idea who this dude is.
तेरा थोबड़ा किधर सुनेला लगता है?
And Christo is one of the few filmmakers in the world जिसके नाम पे hardly कोई गंदी फिल्म बनी हो. I mean I couldn't make this list bad to good because even his bad films are good. So let's take a look at Christo's filmography of good to better to best movies. This is purely a personal choice. Do let me know what your lineup would be in the comment section. So at number 10 is his recent movie Tenet. It is a wild ride of time travel like nothing you've ever seen before. You know when you record a video and play it back in reverse just for kicks? Well, Christo took that idea and ran with it. I still remember watching Tenet and thinking कुछ ज़्यादा बातें नहीं हो रही है. Christo's movies are always high concept and half the onus is on us, the audience, to figure it all out. That's why we love his movies, because they make us think a lot. But maybe Tenet was so high concept that Christo felt he had to explain everything. So the movie felt like we were in a lecture hall getting a crash course on what the heck was happening.
Try and keep up.
Also, I never really felt for the protagonist, who by the way in this movie was also called protagonist. Perhaps to make sure the audience knows कि ये hero है, love him and pray for him. And also this movie was not written by his brother, so maybe that's where he missed the mark. At number 9 is Insomnia, a psychological thriller that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Picture this, a detective gets stuck in a town where the sun doesn't set for the entire summer. Yeah, you guessed it right. That leads to some serious insomnia. Sleepless nights, or rather days, mysterious cases, and a gripping storyline. It's a roller coaster of emotions. Insomnia is actually a remake of a Norwegian film from 1997 with the same name. Now, let's be real. Insomnia might not be one of Christo's big profile film, but it was a game changer for him. The success of this film opened doors to great opportunities like creating the legendary Dark Knight trilogy that we all adore. Which brings me to my 8th film, The Dark Knight Rises. I think this film fell short because of the magnum opus that was The Dark Knight. You go in with the expectation that this will be at par, if not better than the previous one, and it was bound to fall short. I mean, when you have expectations, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. This film had the magnanimity and high stakes for a perfect end to a trilogy, and it did deliver on many fronts. Bane as the villain was dominating with his body language, and Batman was down and dusted throughout the film, only to rise like a Dark Knight at the end. Here comes the elephant in the room. Who in their right mind sends the entire police force into a tunnel for one criminal only to get trapped inside for months? I mean, it's mind-boggling. The Dark Knight Rises might not have matched the impossibly high standards of Dark Knight, but it's still a worthy finale to a spectacular trilogy. The 7th film, Batman Begins. Batman Begins is the perfect start to a trilogy. It's not overpowering, gives us in-depth knowledge of the characters, and sets up the dark and grim world where Batman was born. Also, having Christian Bale as the protagonist had many eyebrows raised, but Christo played him out perfectly.
Yeah.
This movie demands that you take Batman seriously. This was the first time ever in modern filmmaking history where a comic book character was treated like a real person with real problems in real life. Perhaps that's why everyone loved it. It resonated with audience on a deeper level because it explored the human side of a superhero. And on number 6 is Dunkirk. Christo has this thing with time, you can always see it present in all his movies. In Dunkirk, we see 3 different stories playing out during the Second World War set on an island of Dunkirk. We follow 3 groups. One is trying to survive, one is trying to save, and the last is trying to fight back. But we'll never know which event is happening until the very end of the movie. I don't want to spoil much, so if you are a few of those people who haven't seen it yet, please watch. At number 5 is The Prestige. Sadly for me, I watched Prestige a little too late. I mean, I watched it after Doom 3, and man did they spoil the movie for me. I still can't forgive YRF for that. The Prestige, named after the act of magic, is all about manipulating the audience, just like how magicians do. The movie is about 2 friends who strive to become great magicians, and they do, but in the process also become enemies, ready to bring each other down by any way possible. Again, as I mentioned earlier, Prestige also has manipulation of time in it because in the first half of the movie we are unclear which event is happening when. Wonderful performance by Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. For many, including me, The Prestige made Christo rise above many of his contemporary filmmakers. At number 4, Memento, or as many people know, the original movie of Ghajini. Yes, Amir Khan's Ghajini, which was the remake of Tamil language movie Ghajini, which was the remake of Memento and Happy Go Lovely, a 1951 movie. Phew. But did anyone buy the rights from the original? I don't know. If you do, comment below. Memento follows a man who has short-term memory loss and he's trying to figure out what happened to his life. The movie became famous because, spoilers ahead, the entire movie is not moving forward but backwards, and we only learn this in the end. It was the first time ever when a filmmaker broke the conventions of storytelling in such a way that just changed the game forever. If you haven't seen it yet, then please use this weekend to watch it. At number 3 is Inception. It will be pointless to say anything about Inception that hasn't already been said before. All I can say is this happening in real life? Are you awake or sleeping as you watch this video? Maybe I should also wake up. Where's my spinning dial? At number 2, Interstellar. I can say many things about Interstellar. A great science fiction about interstellar space travel, but I love watching and rewatching this movie for just one reason. Its father and daughter story. In its most basic form, the movie is a story about a father who is going out for work and promises to return to his daughter soon. I'm coming back. He gets lost in space and does everything, even beyond any human's capacity, just to return to his daughter. Watch Interstellar and be mesmerized by mathematically accurate depiction of space and black hole, but stay in the movie for the wonderful performances and characters. And at number 1 is everyone's favorite, The Dark Knight. Do I even have to say anything? There's absolutely no doubt Heath Ledger's Joker stole the show. I think everyone will agree. His performance stole the show even from Christo, the director who is always the star of his movies. Go. If you have time, watch all 3 Batman movies in a go. You will be amazed to see how the character of Batman grows just as the cast and filmmakers grew over the time of making it. So that was my personal list of Christo's movies, from good to better to best. You can post your list on the comment section, and I hope you are all excited to watch Oppenheimer this weekend. I know I am. So that was another video from BTK Reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.